was in this place where you could see out the front. Window candles. It's kind of like my bedroom now, but they were ceiling to floor. And they stretched all the way across the wall, so it wasn't just a window, it was like the whole wall. And I kind of got the feeling of being like somewhere in Asia, but it was like American Asia. Or maybe it was just in America, just the house had Asian theme, but it didn't have an Asian theme. It didn't have anything really. But that's how I felt. But I climbed up to this loft area. And this guy had come over, who I think was Asian in the dream. He was like my age. And he was like there to see me or hang out with me, but like also to protect me. And I had a baby. A little Asian baby. And to the left of me, I was in the middle, and the Asian guy was to the right. We were all laying down, but we were up in the loft so we could oversee out the windows. I remember the Asian guy just giving me the feeling of like protector love, like just a protector and very loving. Also, when outside those windows was Bobby Silman, Sean Lore, and a couple other guys. I don't remember what they were doing outside, but it was like a wooded area outside those windows. And I had pushed something up against the screen, just look out. And Bobby had seen me, knew it was me, and yelled something about me owing him like $250. And then he just took off. As I walked away from the window, looking in the mirror, and I had on a white loose tank top and blue pajama pants. My hair was blonde. I looked clean. And then I was in a room with Maki. And she was telling a story about how she was telling a story, but she wasn't really telling the story. But in the dream, I was watching the story that she was not telling, but telling play out like a movie. And it was that she was going to help this girl to deliver a baby, but Maki ended up delivering her own baby. She didn't even know she was pregnant. And we were all standing around joking about like how great you wanted a baby or contemplating it. You just weren't sure if you wanted to go through a whole pregnancy, and then here you are. You now have a baby out of nowhere, and you weren't even expecting it. You didn't have to go through the labor. I remember her giggling about that. And then she stopped to wonder about like where she's gonna get the baby clothes and stuff. And then I remember looking back over and to the left to like this movie that was playing out. And it was like this long bed where a man laid out on his back. And then underneath him at the bottom of his feet, another woman, maybe a grandmother, like her head went towards like the insides of his feet, and she laid in the same position going down. So it was like this line of people or family or the lineage, I don't know. And it was supposed to be like at the end was Maki delivering the baby, and it was almost like all those family members or lineages were lined out like that. It's like they're to support the labor of the baby. And then I was in this room with two little girls, and I want to say it was like a mandolin. And the little girls had long red hair, and they were really pretty. But I remember that they had red patches across their cheeks and nose, where their freckles were very prominent. Kind of like how like a redhead would just have, but in the dream it just stood out so much more. It was very unique looking. Oh, the youngest little girl had asked if I had ever seen the man running in the woods, but she was referring to like a viral thing. And then her sister chimed in saying, yeah, have you seen it? And I'm like, a man running in the woods. And Amanda Lynn was like, yeah, you're supposed to Google it. It's something. And I was like, oh, okay. So I Googled it. A man running in the woods. And it just pulled up like an orange piece of wood. And like a wooded area photo. It was a photo of a wooded area. And like an orange piece of wood or a wood glimmering in the sunset. I don't know. And so I was just playing along with it, and I was like, oh wow, whoa. This is crazy. Where did you guys find this? And then I remember changing to, we found this little box that had a handmade tool in it. Like a scraper. Some sort of like self-defense little tiny handheld knife, wooden knife. And they were all in this tiny little box set up by this door. And it's like we went to put the box of tools back by the door, right where we were standing. Like the dream framed out, and we're up in this attic that we shouldn't have been in. And someone's dad own the attic, or is the one the person that was responsible for making it this like secret attic? Not where he killed people, but I don't know. It's just he did something he wasn't supposed to be doing up there, but we weren't really scared to be up there. We just didn't want him to know we were up there and we get in trouble or whatever. And as we're up there, he comes home. So we all start scrambling to hide and get in a position to where we wouldn't get caught. And I had jumped up to this lofted area. There's this gurney patio piece of furniture. And I tried fitting underneath of it, and I couldn't. And I thought about taking some towels to shove me back under there, but I couldn't make it work. So I come out, looked over the edge. I could see that he was coming, but he wasn't up there yet. And I remember throwing a white rag down to the girl who's dead. Agreed to the attic. Like, here, put this up so it doesn't look out of place. And I just